Hi Capricorn, welcome to your October 2020 Tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book your personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look what the month of October has in store for you, for your actions and interactions with the world at large. This month you get the Knight of Pentacles. This is actually a very Capricornian energy. So this month I actually feel like you guys are going to be feeling a lot more like yourselves, right? You're going to be in your own energy. You're going to be thinking and feeling a bit more clearer than you have in a while. Now, yes, we've still got the whole Mars retrograde thing going on. Yes, we still have the Mars-Saturn square thing that's going to kind of be bouncing around. But this card definitely tells me that you are thinking and feeling more like yourself than you have been in a long while. It also says as well that this is because for the last... probably the last 2-3 months, Capricorns, it's almost like you tried to say, right, okay, well, maybe I need to switch it up and start doing things faster than I normally do, which has kind of offset you, if I'm completely honest with you, because Capricorn is not an energy that rushes. It's not a sign that, you know, does things haphazardly. You guys are all about that slow, steady, consistent and persistent effort. And I kind of feel like this month you're getting back to that. It's kind of like you're saying, you know what, I tried to do it in a different way. I tried to do it in a way that wasn't necessarily aligned with me or myself or my values or who I am, just to see if maybe the problem was with me, and it wasn't. So you know what, I'm going back to the original way. If it ain't broke, honey, don't fix it, right? Just leave it as it is. And this month I actually feel like this is you getting back to yourself, because this is your actions as well. It's very much you saying, right, it's going to be those slow, steady, methodical steps that get me through. And I actually kind of get the impression that this month, while everybody else is kind of going a bit, you guys are actually just going to be like, okay, I'm going to stand back and let you all do whatever it is that you want to do. You people are crazy. You know, you guys are very much going to be the voice of reason this month. And I actually think even with some of the intensity that's definitely going to be around this month, I actually feel like this is you coming from a place of, you know what, I'm okay with who I am. I don't need to change any of it. You know, that's not to say that you're perfect. You know, none of us are Mary Poppins, darling. But you get my point. This is about you just kind of owning where you're at and saying, no, you know what, the way that I was doing things was already working. It might not be those flash in the pan sort of results, but it's definitely doing what I want it to do. For your money and materials, you've got the Ace of Cups. This is great. So when it comes to the finances, when it comes to the work, this slow, steady progression is exactly what you want. The Ace of Cups, remember, is a wish fulfilled. And I actually feel for a lot of you with the Knight of Pentacles here, this is about a change in job. This is new work coming in. It's new, pretty much new everything, which is really, really exciting. So this could be you getting an interview. It could be you getting the job. It could be, you know, maybe that there's a promotion of some sort that comes up within the company or the organization that you work for. If you work for yourself, this kind of says that going back to that slower, steadier pace of doing things is definitely the way for you to go, and getting back to that aspect of yourself is not only going to make you a lot happier, it's actually going to be a lot more lucrative for you. When it comes to your physical body, I actually feel like a lot of you are preparing, for those of you that are single, this is about you preparing your life. You might not feel it on a conscious level, but certainly in the depths of you, this is about you getting ready to welcome somebody new into your life. We haven't even got to the heart and half yet. For your home and environment, this is great because it looks like something that you've wanted to do to the home, to either beautify it, to make it more comfortable, to make it more homely, something that you've wanted to do. The resources are there, but also so is the time, which is great. For your communications and conversations, you have the Five of Pentacles. So some of your plans when it comes to whatever you're doing with the home, whatever it is that you're trying to bring into the home, they may move slower than you expect, or it may be that you purchase something and then it goes out of stock. Or maybe you make the purchase and then, you know, the company that you're buying it from realizes, hang on a sec, it's out of stock. I don't think it's that you're not getting it. It's more a case of you're just going to have to wait longer for it than you factored in. The fact that you have the Five of Pentacles here as well, it may very well be that this month somebody is either leaning on you financially or is going to ask you for some form of help. It's obviously up to you whether you give it, but one thing that you do need to be aware of, whatever it is that you are going to give is very likely not to come back in the time that you would hope for it to be returned, or if at all. So whatever it is that you are asked to lend this month, especially if it comes to money or finances, be prepared to write it off, certainly for the immediate future, because if you bank on it coming back, especially within a specific time frame, it's not going to happen. Just be aware of that. And for your heart and half, you have the Four of Cups. For those of you that are single, there is definitely somebody on their way into you. I truly, truly believe that. And I think this month you might be making that initial connection. And for those of you that are partnered, this is you guys looking at your collective financial pot, and it's about you kind of saying, right, okay, what are the plans for us to get from where we are now to where it is that we want to be. Now, this thing with the purchase of whatever it is, it looks like it might be something that kind of has the potential to cause a little bit of a rift in the relationship. Don't let it. It's an external factor, and in the grand scheme of things, it's really not that important. Just something for you to be aware of or to consider. So for your weeks of the month, for your first week of the month, you have the Moon card underneath the Knight of Pentacles. When it comes to your physical health, this might be a good month to look at your hormones. It might be a good month to, you know, I'm not a doctor, I can't give you that kind of advice, but if you can see a doctor, if you can speak to somebody about your endocrine system or that your endocrine balance, this would be a good month to do it. That Moon card kind of says that if you have been feeling off or a bit out of whack, it's very likely going to be hormonal. That's whether you're a man or a woman or a person, you know, like it's irrelevant. This is about your endocrine system, so it's something that you want to maybe have a look at or look into. And also pay attention to your dreams this month, especially this first week of the month, because the chances are you're going to be getting some form of insight into where it is that you should be putting your time and effort at the moment. For your second week of the month, you have the Wheel of Fortune right underneath the Ace of Cups. This is a really beautiful energy, and it's so nice to give you some good news finally. Right, this is great. There's some, for a lot of you, I feel like this is work related. It's to do with the work. If you're getting a new job, it's one that pays more. Maybe it's closer to home. If you are, if you have your own business, this could be news that you have more money coming in than you expected, or maybe you get a surprise client, maybe one that wants to remain anonymous but is, you know, pretty minted. This could also be that you're getting some form of promotion. This is as well you literally being in the right place at the right time. Love this. This second week of the month is definitely going to yield some sort of not even opportunity. It's just going to be like a lucky moment, you know, when you're in the right place at the right time and you have the right conversation with the right person. It's kind of like that. For your third week, you have the Fool card underneath the Five of Pentacles. Don't be foolish with your money. Don't allow somebody to pull the wool over your eyes about whatever it is that they need. This is a month for you to be very cautious about loaning money out. It's also, like I said, whatever it is, I kind of feel like there's something, maybe like a big thing that you want to buy for the house. And the feeling that I get from this is it's like you buy it, the payment goes through, everything's fine, and then you get a message saying, oh, sorry, we've just realised that we're out of stock and we're not going to be able to give you your item for another 3 weeks or a month or maybe even longer. You will get it eventually. It's just probably not going to be at the moment that you kind of bought it for, which I know can be really frustrating, but you know, it happens. And then finally, your fourth week of the month, you have the Star card. So for those of you that are single, you're meeting somebody online. But the thing is, this is going to escalate very quickly. So it's kind of like you might meet online, but within, you know, a week of talking to each other, it looks like you're meeting in person. So there'll be none of this like, oh, you know, am I being catfished? You know, you're going to know pretty quickly that this person is for real, that they're up front, or, you know, and actually I feel like there's going to be a lot of really great banter between you guys. And I kind of feel like both of you are just like, let's just see how it goes. But, you know, underneath that, there's this real feeling of kinship. It's weird. That's something, you know, where I can explain it. And then for those of you that are partnered or in long-term commitments, I really like this because it suggests that you guys are thinking about going into some form of business together, and it may very well be something that is like an online business. My advice to you would be work hard at it. If you're going to go for this, make sure, I mean, you guys are Capricorns, obviously, you know, but work hard at it and really put time and effort into it, because it could yield results that you know, you're really not expecting. For your key to the month, you have the Four of Cups. So you've got a double up of that energy there. So there is an unexpected surprise on its way in for all of you. You know, whether you're single, whatever. For some of you, it's going to be in your career. For some of you, it's going to be in your love life. But either which way, I think this is going to be a really great month for you, even with the intensity. And there is a little bit here. All right, so just be aware of that. But yeah, for the most part, I think it's going to be great. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Take care. I'll see you soon.